What's up, guys? Chris the Chef Sports Cards here. We're doing 2023 Bowman Baseball third hobby case break number 5. 11:26 on the clock. We're starting at 11:30, so just hang out for a minute or two and we'll get rolling. Thanks for joining us tonight. What's up, guys? Chris the Chef Sports Cards here. We are doing 2023 Bowman Baseball third hobby case break number 5. Welcome. Welcome. Especially if you're new to the channel, welcome. A bit about us. We've been around for over 5 years now. We break mostly baseball. We ship all cards from every break. We're very generous with the top loading, and we ship as quickly as our little hands will move. We got a lot of cards to sort this weekend, but we should have everything out Monday or Tuesday. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We do free breaks. When we do them, we use our subscriber list from YouTube for the random. So if you want a chance to get into a future free break, all you got to do is hit the subscribe button. All right, let's go over the teams. D-backs, Jason E. Braves, Daniel T. Orioles, Joshua R. Red Sox, Aldo T. Cubs, Eric L. White Sox, Rob D. Reds, Joseph H. Guardians, Mark R. Rockies, Audrey S. Tigers, Joey C. Royals, Jared F. Astros, Casey P. Angels, Jacob C. Dodgers, Michael K. Brewers, Eric L. Twins, Corey N. Marlins, Jared F. Mets, Aldo T. Yankees, Jared F. A's, Rich L. Phillies, Jason E. Pirates, Jason K. Cardinals, Jared F. Padres, Jeremy M. Giants, Tim G. Mariners, Kalen V. Rays, Anthony C. Rangers, Corey N. Blue Jays, Matthew L. And Nationals, Mark B. All right, folks, let's open some cards. Good luck, everybody. This is the last 4 boxes of this case. feel like we're due for something. Something big. Come on. Come on, Bowman God. Smile down on us. Smile down on us. I mean, we've had some decent stuff, but nothing super crazy. So maybe we got a big banger coming up. All right, here we go. Good luck. Zach Veen, September. Jorge and Anthony. That's quick. Adam Crampton, 102 of 250 for the Orioles. Adam Crampton. For Joshua. Nice purple first auto. It's a good looking card. Tigers. All right. Pulling for Tigers. Gotcha, buddy. Parada and Rojas. Adam Crampton. I'm not really familiar with Crampton, to be honest with you. Let's see. Ninth round pick, 2022, shortstop. Oswald Peraza, top 100. And for Cleveland, Jorge Burgos. Back to this guy. We've pulled so many of this guy's cards. It's crazy. I think we've almost completed the rainbow. We just need like a superfractor of this guy. I don't know why. It's so weird. Last night was out of jumbo boxes. We pulled like 3 of his different parallels. 11 of 199 for Mark. Colson Montgomery, and there's a Gabriel Gonzalez for Seattle Lunar. Not too shabby there. Seattle is Kaling. Jorge Prospect. Drew Gilbert and Garcia. Chrome. Moreno, rookie. Ballesteros and Greco. Junior Caminero and Encarnacion. If you haven't been in a Bowman break with me before, we sleeve and top load hits, parallels, variations, obviously, and then any of the top guys' chromes, any of the the top prospects chromes, and then also papers for Drew Jones will be sleeve and top loaded. Brian Orocchio, top 100. Sure, that's not how you say his name. Kevin Parada, one per box atomic. And, Matt Mervis to 399. That's a nice one for the Cubs. 247 of 399 on the Mervis. Very nice. Get a little clap on that one. For Eric. Here you go, buddy. Thing's awesome. And Parada's for the Mets is Aldo. Vaquero and Gutierrez. Riley Green, Rookie of the Year. Rada and Baez. Elijah Green, top prospect, or modern prospect, whatever they are. Estadas and Sweeney. Drew Romo, top 100. Drew Jones paper. Simon Juan and Burgos, chrome. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ramirez and Osorio. Corbin Carroll, rookie. Eric Brown and Luciano. Hadley, Carroll, rookie. Fernandez and Gavin Cross, chrome. Jordan Walker, top 100. De Los Santos and Desan. Michel Desan. Lunar for the Orioles. For Joshua. And Davison de Los Santos. Oscar Colas, modern prospect. Gomez and Munoz. De La Cruz. Oh, there's a nice Matt Mervis and something really nice coming up behind it. Ooh, look at that thing. Spencer Jones, 111 of 150. And the blue lava. Very, very nice. Who's got the Yanks? Jared. Nice one, bud. It's a nice looking card. Khalil Watson and Jacob Berry. Brooks Lee, top 100. Wagner and Mesa. Yasser Mercedes and Rodriguez. Robert Hassel, sights on September. Brooks Lee and Arias. Drew Jones, modern prospect. Justin Crawford and Braylon Bishop. Marco Luciano, top 100. Ortega and Ruiz. Mookie Betts, 150 of 199. And Alvarez on the spotlight. Susak and Zavala. All right, that is box one. Who had the Dodgers? Dodgers is Michael K. Box number two. All right, good luck, everybody. Jordan Westberg, top 100. Spencer Jones and De Los Santos. Perozzo and Ramos. Andy Page's September. Blaze Jordan and Montas for the Mariners. Drew Jones, modern prospect again. It's the first time I've seen his modern prospect card. We've gotten it twice. Julian and Arias. So tomorrow night we're gonna have more Bowman. We're gonna have Bowman First Edition tomorrow night and Bowman Jumbo tomorrow night. So I hope to see some of you guys there, maybe. Cole Young, top 100. Perez and Benscombe. There's a Jackson Churio spotlight. Charles and Herrera. Corbin Carroll rookie. Sanchez and Sanchez. Ooh, we got some orange coming up. Good luck, everybody. This Carson Williams for Tampa Bay, a top 100, number 20 of 25. Very cool. Carson Williams for Tampa Bay. Tampa is Anthony. That is a very orange card. Disturbingly orange. There you go, nice one. De Leon and Williams. Kristen Vacchiero, top 100. Desson and for the Rays again, Xavier Isaac Lunar. Oscar Colas, Chase DeLauder, and Gutierrez. Andrew Painter, September. Oh, Drew Jones paper. Davis and De Jesus. Garcia and Sweeney. Johnson, top 100. Lugo and Figueroa on the Atomic. One per box. For Corey. Oy. Yarte and Ramirez. Riley Green rookie. De La Cruz and Romero. Elijah Green. O'Ray and Acuna. Michael Bush, top 100. Juan Brito and Clifford. Was I? I don't know if I was. I don't remember. Usually I do, but it's possible I wasn't. I can't remember now, to tell you the truth. Jace Bowen and Peraza. Did I have him one? Maybe I didn't. I can't. Like I said, I usually do, but I might have forgotten. possible. I try to with well, anything that has possibly expensive chrome in it, so there's no so there aren't fingerprints. Kumar Rocker, September, but it is possible that I forgot. Simon and Almost. Oh, you got it, Corey. And for the Pirates, Lover Piguero rookie auto, 50 of 499. Pirates is Jason. No, it would have just been, no, it just been a oversight on my part. That's all. Usually I do. I don't. I must have just forgot to put them on. Honestly, my memory's so bad I can't even remember that far back. Sometimes I have to be reminded. Like regular cards, I don't usually, but like if we do Topps Chrome or like Update Chrome, that type of stuff, or if we do Bowman products like Draft or stuff like that, then yeah, I try to remember to wear them. Just to keep the fingerprints down, especially for anybody who might be looking to grade their cards. Tavares and Mikey Romero. I know some guys, because of my condition, like I have a tendency to have to kind of paw the cards a little bit more to keep them at least visible and stuff. I know some guys are a little better at keeping their fingers off the cards. I'd like to say I am, but it's not. Because the way my hands are, I have to kind of grip them a little different. So it's just better to have gloves and try to reduce it. Jorge. Churio and Cam Collier. The funny part is, and well, I mean, it's not really necessary, obviously, with products like, Allen and Ginter and Gypsy Queen and stuff like that because of the texture of the cards, but also the texture of those cards are really difficult to grip with gloves on. Like I know there's some guys who wear gloves for everything, and that's cool with me. Moreno rookie, but I they like slip out of my fingers. I can't hold on to them. There's a nice Gabriel Martinez to 499 refractor for Toronto. 323 of 499. Very nice. That's a good one. So, usually John's not here tonight. John's usually my policeman when it comes to gloves. He's the one who reminds me when I forget. But he wasn't here tonight. So. Toronto is Matthew. There you go, nice hit. I have a hard enough time with my problems with my hands as it is. It's amazing I've been able to. You never ever go back and watch the videos when I first started breaking like 6 years ago. I don't know how anybody stayed with me, to be honest with you. Acuna and Muncy, because my hands are so bad from my condition that like they used to like they still have a tremor in them. My hands always have tremors. They've had them for years, but like back then when I was first doing it, I was a little nervous, and a little adrenaline going first time. Oh my God. Like I look back on those videos. I'm like, I don't know how anybody stayed with me. You know what? Let me move some bass real quick. Give me 1 minute. Yeah, I don't like I said, it's more about the cards than it is anything. Just if I can, you know. Like John even said to me, like I said, he's like a bit of my policeman with like we were doing Stadium Club Chrome a couple weeks ago, and I wasn't wearing them then, and I really should have been with a card like that. But I just forget sometimes. Wagner and Osuna. See, it's weird too because I'm a chef in my daily life, so I wear gloves all the time, and they annoy the hell out of me there too. So it shouldn't be that big a deal for me here. I just forget. Tony Blanco Jr. and Cam Collier. All right, come on. This is a banger auto, man. Big. It's a strange thing with my camera too. I don't know what it is. The camera I'm using right now, I've had for like maybe 18 months now. Cole Young and Sedaine Raphael. And I have like 5 different cameras here. They're sitting on shelves over there. But this is, I mean, it's a fairly expensive camera, and it cost me $700-800 or whatever, But I had gotten these black gloves in. I thought I'd look really cool with black gloves on. And for some reason, it changes the color on the screen of the camera. It's so weird. Um, so like I also have blue gloves. If I wear black or blue, then the color, I don't know, it picks it up and it makes it look all weird. So I have to have white gloves or else I can't use this camera. It's just stupid. But it does make it makes it look like deep red, and it looks really strange. So I know some guys who have problems with their cameras too. Max Muncy, top 100. Avina and Lee. Yeah, I do too. But they're not always easy to get. That's for sure. I think gloves are the worst thing that ever happened to kitchens. To be honest with you, Timor Johnson on Spotlight. Not because I'm not worried about health and safety and all that, but you know, it, and you're a chef, so you're gonna understand this. To the everyday public, gloves in the kitchen are just a way to make you feel safe. But the problem is, if you don't have a good manager or someone there, these guys wear the same gloves and never take them off, and they never wash their hands, and and they actually, I read an article like a year or two ago in this, uh, what was it in? I think it was in Restaurant Business, maybe. I can't remember which one of the restaurant magazines. I can't remember which one it was. That incidents of like food poisoning and or of food contamination stuff have actually gone up in the glove era because people working in these kitchens, especially young guys who just come in, they think, well, I gotta just put a pair of gloves on, I'm good. You know what I mean? It's like, nice, you still gotta wash your hands, dude. And it gives kind of a false sense of safety to people who are watching. I mean, before the whole you had to wear gloves era, I used to wash my hands like 60 times a day. It was just, you did it constantly. And the young guys that I work with, they aren't that way anymore. That's for sure. Joshua Baez and Kevin Parada on the Lunar. It was very hard too, being one of the, being a chef who worked in the era when gloves weren't even required to changing into them. It took me some time. That's for sure. He's like, oh yeah, put gloves on. Brady House, Modern Prospect. Jackson Holiday and Herrera. Tyler Soderstrom. Jackson Churio and Colton Cowser. Chris was wearing masks on the line. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was, I can't even imagine, like, the whole COVID thing. Like I used to, I own my own company now, and a chain of cafes. So I'm not necessarily doing the same intense line work I used to do in, kitchens for, when I worked as a restaurant chef for years. But like I worked in steakhouses for years. I can't even imagine having to be on the line as a steakhouse, 1800-degree broiler going and wearing a mask. Oh, I would not have been down with that at all. That's got to be the worst. But I mean, now it's, even, we do breakfast and lunch type of stuff. So it's not like crazy hot or anything like that, like a usual, kitchen line would be, like a restaurant line. So it's not so bad. But yeah, I would not have enjoyed that. Evan Carter, top 100. All the more reason to close all kitchens. Randy Jesus. I always hated working in open kitchens. Michelle Desson, again, because I came from a different kind of started in a different area and era and worked into the, oh, everybody's got to see what you're doing now. And it's like, why? I'm just fine being behind a closed door where no one can see me. Marco Pierre White, he's crazy. Did you ever read his book, Devil in the Kitchen? That's the what a great book. I love when he trashes all over what's his name? The yeah, the British chef that everyone loves. I can't think of his name right now. Garcia Almonte. He absolutely like Marco Pierre White actually absolutely hates him. Oh, look at that. We got a lunar crater. Which one is this? These lunar crater things are crazy. Fuchsia lunar crater. I don't even know, something like that. Let's see. All right, Adley rookie. Corona and Brady House. Yeah, lunar refractor, not a crater, just a fuchsia lunar. Jesus, 48 on 199. Yeah, Marco Pierre White's the best. That book is excellent. That and I mean that and Kitchen Confidential have to be the two best kitchen books. Well, what's his name again? Who I can't think. Next level chef, all that crap, whatever his name. I can't think of his name all of a sudden. He used to work for Marco, and I guess there was a huge falling out between them. He like one of the first shows he ever did. Gordon Ramsay. Gordon Ramsay. God, I couldn't think of his name. One of the first shows he did, he recorded in Marco's kitchen without him knowing, and Marco Pierre White wasn't having that at all. That's like taking your life in your hands doing that kind of stuff. But I guess Gordon Ramsay, he always wanted to be a superstar. That's what was always weird about culinary school and stuff in recent years. Jackson Merrill, like I taught for a while at the restaurant school in Philadelphia. Peyton Graham and Kyle Harrison, and in the 2000s, in the early 2000s and on up, it was like trendy to go to culinary school. Like when I went in the 80s, it was people were like, "You're going where?" Like nobody, like I mean, people heard of it, but nobody actually knew anyone who went to culinary school. And Hernandez and Arroyo. And back then, there was only really three schools to go to in the United States. It was either CIA, Johnson and Wales, or there was a school in New Jersey. I mean, there were a few other schools, like the restaurant school in Philadelphia was around, but it wasn't very good. There was one in Baltimore that wasn't very good. Atlantic County Community College had a big culinary school back then. They may still, I don't know. Rocker and Lawler. But now it's can't swing a dead cat without hitting a culinary school now. And I used to tell these kids who would come and work with me and tell me they want to be a chef, they're like, you don't want to do this, man. Like, I know you all think you're going to be on TV and be the next, but there's like 12 guys that are on TV, and the rest of us just work too much and get paid too little. For the Cubbies, Jefferson Rojas, numbered 167 of 299. For Eric. Here you go, bud. They all had these visions of grandeur of being the night. At the time, it was what's his name? The not Gordon Ramsay wasn't around yet. It was the Bam guy, the one from New Orleans. What the hell's his name? God, I can't remember anyone's name anymore. He was the big deal then, and I mean, I would literally hear these kids like apprentice for me and stuff, and be like, "Well, yeah, I'm going to be on TV. I'm going to be on the Food Network. I'm going to be this," and be like, "No, you're not." Like, there's like literally 12 guys who make money doing that, you know? And then there's the other 500,000 of us who just, sweat and work and, drink too much and do all these bad things you're not supposed to do. And then they go and spend money on culinary school and then never use it, you know? Pedro Leon. I know so many people went to culinary school and never worked a day in the kitchen in their life, which I don't even get. Oscar Colas and De Leon Lunar for the Red Sox. Like I'm amazed. I would be amazed by that. Kids go to Johnson and Wales or CIA, get their degree in this and that, and never even work a day in a kitchen. Guess you got that kind of money to throw around. Munoz, Modern Prospect. Rodriguez and Boyd. Marco Pierre White. Man, I haven't heard anyone bring his name up in a while. It's funny that you said that. Oswald Peraza, rookie. Nerwillian Thedano, and man, these are a couple names right there. Mario Shendrick, Mario Shendrick Martinez. Hey, can you imagine having to learn that name when you're a little kid? How to spell that? If I was him and my parents were trying to, I mean, just forget it. Give me a nickname. I can't even attempt that. I can imagine having to teach my kid how to spell that. Sang and Gabriel Gonzalez. Alrighty. Box number 4. Mario Batali. Emeril Lagasse. Thank you, Rich. Emeril Lagasse. And Mario Batali, too, yeah. He got in trouble, right? Didn't Mario get nailed for banging interns or something? Or sexually harassing people or something? Like, he was all hooked up with Gwyneth Paltrow and all that, and then there's a big scandal, which, I find completely funny considering what goes on in restaurants behind closed doors is. I mean, come on, really? But yeah, he lost everything, didn't he, Vitali, pretty much? I haven't heard anything from him in a long time. And Cam Collier, top 100. I remember he was all hooked up with Gwyneth doing like tours in Europe and stuff, and then I don't know, he got accused of something. You own your own company. I was wondering how you were a chef and had Saturday Night Live. Oh yeah, no. See, okay, that's a good question. So I was a restaurant chef for 30 years. I worked everywhere you can imagine, but the longest stint I had, I was a restaurant chef for Sullivan's and Del Frisco Steakhouse. I worked for them for like 12 years. But how long ago has it been now? About 9 years ago, I honestly was just getting too beat up. I was in my 40s and just turned 40, and I had a foot problem and knee problems. I had to have surgery and this and that. I couldn't handle it anymore, to be honest. But it was just getting to be too much. It's a young man's game, Churio and Tavares. So I left and I was teaching at the restaurant school. I was teaching the restaurant class. Like, they have an actual restaurant there. And the money was horrendous for teaching. I mean, it was so bad that I had to find some more work just to, make some more money. and I started helping out this catering company a little bit here and there. And fast forward to 2 years after that, I own the catering company, which I own now, and we own 9 cafes in office buildings. Now, of course, with the pandemic, I only have 2 of them open now. I still have all 9 of them, but 7 of them are just sitting there empty because there's just not enough people in the buildings to open them. Acuna and Spencer Jones. Um, so it's all. So whereas it used to be, I used to come home from work at like 4 or 5 in the morning. Now I go to work at 4 or 5 in the morning, and it's all breakfast and lunch. So, which is all right with me. Gives me weekends off for the most part, and you know, we were doing really well before the pandemic. We were doing like 6 million a year in business and stuff, and but the pandemic just destroyed us. I mean, luckily we survived it, but we don't do anything now compared to what we used to. Jackson Holiday Spotlight. So now I put as minimal work into it as I possibly can while I enjoy doing this. You know, so yeah, it was. I did the whole 9 yards. I started in kitchens when I was 11 years old, and I mean, I still work in the kitchen. You know, just not. I just don't do the restaurant nighttime thing anymore. Thank God. On Grissom. So Burgos to 250. So it's been, let's see, I'm going to be 50 this year. So I'll be, what, 39 years I've worked in a kitchen. It is, I don't know. I still like it. I always have loved it. You know, but I am the only person. I'm the only, but now granted, I own the company too. So, I mean, there's something to be said for that. But I'm the only person I went to culinary school with who actually still works in a kitchen. They've all left and gone on to other things or moved to the front of the house or whatever. I really just still work in the kitchen because it saves me money from paying another person. Montez first and Thomas. Yeah. No, wish you were nicer to your reps. Yeah, that's. I know. I have a ton of my friends all work for Cisco and U.S. Foods, and all did the same thing. Just eventually left for a myriad of reasons. Whether it was health or family or addiction issues, and had to get out of get away from the restaurants. And ooh, we have more orange coming up. Good luck, everyone. But yeah, it's the sales rep is a big way a lot of guys end up going. It's the only problem with culinary school. You don't really have a lot of other choices. All right, Elijah Green and oh, look at that thing. Oh, very nice. Jackson Holiday, 9 of 25. Orange Wave. Not a first, but still. Very nice card, man. Congrats. Who's got Baltimore? Joshua. Nice hit. You work for Cisco? Yeah. Cisco and I are never on very good terms. I can't stand Cisco. Not personal, just not my favorite company. Never has been, never will be. I mostly deal with U.S. Foods at this point. In fact, I just deal with U.S. Foods at this point because, like I said, I'm only down to the 2 cafes now. So, but we used to deal with Cisco. All right, nice Jackson Holiday. where are you located? Like what part of the country do you work for? Marcelo Mayer. Yeah, it is. That's why I asked. I know. Julian and Jorge. Believe me, I've worked all over this country. I know. I've worked in South Carolina, Rhode Island, Florida, Chicago, California. It's definitely different region to region. But around here, they suck. I can tell you that. Kumar Rocker, Perez, and Benscombe. The problem with Cisco's always been the same. They've always been a little too big for their britches. They're Like, and that is not from you guys. That's the corporate people. You know, they're. I mean, they were never the best customer service. They were never. You know, it was kind of like, well, who else are you gonna go to? You know, that kind of attitude, and it was just pissed me off. To be honest with you, Charles and Fernandez in Charleston, South Carolina. I lived in Charleston, South Carolina. Really? Wow. That's where I went after culinary school. I worked at 82 Queen in Charleston. You know 82 Queen? I still have a lot of friends who live down in Charleston. Elijah Green, top 100. It's so weird. Johnson and Bergola, Atomic for the Phils. Yeah, it does. You're right. The rep has a lot to do with it. You're absolutely right. It's so weird that you're in Charleston. After I graduated from Johnson Wales in Rhode Island, that's where I moved. I lived down there for like 4 years. And I was, now this was back in 91, I think. Yeah, 91, around there. And a lot of guys, a whole group of guys who went to Johnson Wales in Rhode Island, all moved down there. Some of them went back to school, continued to go to school at the South Carolina campus. We just moved down there, but yeah, I worked at 82 Queen in Charleston for 3, 4 years, something like that. Blias and Bergola. I did not enjoy Charleston very much back then, to be honest. It's very slow for me. I'm a, Philadelphia boy, so I think I would enjoy it a lot more now than I did when I was 21. Although we had a good time down there. That wasn't the issue. Langoliers. It was just kind of a lifestyle thing. I wasn't quite up for the southern slow life at that point. That's one of your accounts, really? Is Steve Stone still there, or Steve Stone was the chef for years? I know he's been around, and the guy who's the head of uh, who was big in the ACF, the other Steve, Laura and Cabrera, was the owner there. Oh God, my names are so bad. Steve Kish, maybe. I think it was Steve Kish. He was one of the owners. I know he's got to be fairly old, but I wonder if Steve Stone is still around there. Pete Crow Armstrong. Yes, I worked there a long time ago. Cerda and Piguero. This was a great job right out of culinary school. Oh, you went to Johnson Wales down there? Okay. Yeah. Like I said, a bunch of guys who I moved there with, they continued at Johnson Wales. I actually went to college at Charleston. I had no intention of going back to school, but to be honest with you, Malloy and Figueroa, when I got down there, the job at 82 Queen was literally like, it was the only like 40-hour a week shift job I ever had. Like we worked like 43 hours a week because we had a ton of chefs in there. And all my friends were in school and stuff. And I was like, maybe I should just go back to school. So I went to college Charleston for a couple of years. I have an English degree from there too. Lawler, which I've never done anything with. Lugo and Giorte. Steve Stone is still there. Yeah. Oh my God, that's so weird. Steve Stone. I should give him a call sometime. I wonder if you remember. I think he would remember me. We had a good time, but it was a long time ago. I could tell you that. He was a good dude. Lizarando Rodriguez, first Bowman auto for Kansas City. So weird for Jarrett. Huh. What year did you graduate Johnson Wales down there? De La Cruz and Gonzalez. Yeah, I mean, Steve Stone was the executive chef when I was there. I mean, and not that he was much older than I was. I mean, I was 20. He was probably like 28 or something like that. But uh, yeah, he was there a long time. Jacob Berry, top 100. It's so weird how you run into people. Mikey Romero and Roman Anthony, Lunar for Boston for Aldo. 2006. Yeah. So many years after I did. I graduated in 1990 in Rhode Island. I don't even know how I ended up in South Carolina. I got to be honest with you. I don't know. I had a lot of friends moving there. Had a job offer with them with 82 Queen. They recruited me out of school, Array and House, and it was just like, let's go see something new. I actually liked Rhode Island a lot when I was there, but you're young, you can go see some stuff. So it was cool. Like I said, it was a little slow for me back then. Brett Beatty, like I said, I think I would enjoy it a lot more now at my age now. But yeah, it's funny too because all these guys, there were about 20 guys I knew who moved down there. I'd say almost all of them still live down there. There's only a few of us that left. Like sometimes I'm even surprised when I see them on like Instagram or something like that. I'm like, wow, you still live in South Carolina. Bowen and Woods. Yeah. Yeah, I think he's been a partner there for quite a while. It was kind of weird. He kind of was almost like one back then. I mean, he was the executive chef, but he and Steve Kish were really, really close. I don't know if Steve Kish is still even alive, to be honest with you. He was not a young guy, so but they were very, very close. So I'm not surprised that he is. I have to think about calling down there one day. Maybe I'll talk to Steve. All right, folks, I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. As always, I couldn't do this without you guys, and I truly, truly do appreciate it. As I said, we're going to be back tomorrow night with Bowman First Edition and some Jumbo tomorrow night. So if you'd like to join us, we would love to have you. Otherwise, please stay safe, stay healthy out there, and bear with me for a sec while I put this hit recap together. Oh, I'm sure we probably do. To be honest, if I said I'd have to rack my brain a little bit, I had to remember some people, but yeah, I'm sure we do for sure. All right, guys, we're doing hit recap on 2023 Bowman baseball third hobby case break number 5. All right, so here's a bunch of stuff I pulled out. We're gonna make sure this is all top loaded, top prospects, inserts, stuff like that. Caminero, Montas, the Spotlight Holiday. Spencer Jones. No, that one's not supposed to be in there. Cam Collier, top 100. Johnson, Spotlight. Collier, 2 times on the Collier. Churio, Spotlight. Drew Jones, prospect. Julian, Montas, Jones. Alvarez, Jones again. Crawford, Barry, Mervis, and De Los Santos. We did have a paper and a chrome of Drew Jones. Non-numbered parallels. Mikey Romero, Parada, Deason, De Leon, Luber, Bergola, Anthony, Parada, Gonzalez, Deason again, and Isaac. Numbered parallels, Burgos to 250 and to 199. Mookie Betts to 199. Oh, there's another Drew Jones paper. Chromes, Matt Mervis to 399. Spencer Jones to 150. Figueroa, not numbered. Gabriel Martinez to 499. Brady House to 199. Jackson Holiday to 25, and the Carson Williams also to 25. We had some nice numbered parallels. And then autographs. Lizarrando Rodriguez base. Lover Peguero rookie auto to 499. Jefferson Rojas to 299, and the Adam Crampton to 250. Steve Kish is still around? Oh, okay, yeah. He was they were both great guys to work for. They really were. They were They were awesome. They taught me a lot, man. I mean, I had worked at country clubs as a teenager, so like I wasn't necessarily in a position where I needed to learn a ton, and I had graduated culinary school and this and that, but they were really good dudes who I learned a lot from about the business, man. That's awesome. They still have that. What was that other place they had, like J. Alexander's or something like that? But it wasn't in Charleston. It was like outside of town or something. God, I haven't talked about Charleston in years. It's so weird. I can't believe I can remember half of this stuff, to be honest with you. All right, guys. Well, again, thanks so much for joining me. I do appreciate it. Hope to talk to you guys all tomorrow. Have a great night. Nathan, I'll talk to you again soon, buddy. Take care of yourself. Thanks for walking me down memory lane a little bit. I appreciate it. Have a good night. Take care.